俺の物語はここから始まる。
Okay then. Yo, what's going on, Senpai Squad? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we've got the review for episode 67 of Boruto. You know, last week it ended off with Boruto saying his speech, saying that was my dad's story, this is my story, and it starts now. So obviously following on from them, we now have a 3-episode long ChoCho arc. Now, I don't want to rant. I really don't want to rant. That's a complete lie. I'm gonna rant. Now, this episode is kind of like split. I didn't know what to make of it because I don't see the episodes until a good 5 hours after they come out because I'm at work. So I was looking through Twitter before I sat down and watched it, and there's kind of like some people saying, that was a good episode, fantastic, I genuinely enjoyed it. And you got the other people that kind of like, can this arc finish already? And I'll be honest, I am going into this arc with low expectations, purely for the fact that, well, obviously I wasn't expecting a great deal. Secondly, if it was then good, you know, I'd be surprised and it'd be above my expectations. So it was kind of like a, you know, I couldn't really lose, could I? But I did. I think the first thing I'm going to cover are my positives from this episode, because there are some. I did genuinely enjoy this episode, and I'm not hating on this episode purely because I dislike ChoCho. If you've seen my old tweets, some of my older videos, you'll know I don't mind ChoCho. She can be very annoying, and I do feel like her chip jokes and her sex jokes are really oversaturated at this point. Like, she needs something else, and her fight versus Shinki gave her that. But we'll come back to this. Into the positives now. Obviously the main one, which is probably what I've used in the thumbnail and title, because let's be honest, it is like the only interesting bit from this episode, and that was Mitsuki versus Orochimaru. It was only short, but it was short and sweet. It was nice because in the last episode, I didn't mention this in my review because I was rushed, but last week Orochimaru was saying to Mitsuki, you know, come home once in a while, blah blah blah, and Mitsuki did. Admittedly, it was only to get him to sign something, but I find it quite funny because, like, they're literally going at it. Snakes are flying everywhere. We see Orochimaru's not lost it. I mean, to be honest, I don't think any of us thought he did lose it, and it was still Mitsuki, but they're having this fight. Orochimaru, like, locks him up with snakes, and then he's just like, oh, so, you wanted me to sign something, did you? And I don't know why, it did make me laugh, because they're going at it like their lives depend on it. They're not really, but you know what I mean, slightly over-exaggerated, all just for Orochimaru to sign something for their mission. And it came with a good point. He's saying how formal it is. Like, they had to get some background checks for a mission. What? Like, for a start, surely if the people who are hiring these ninja, because admitted, I'm supposing they're the people that are going to check these background checks, surely when they read, oh yeah, son of Orochimaru, worldwide criminal and murderer, I'm pretty sure they'll probably think, this background check hasn't really passed. But obviously, it did. And basically it's Team 10 and Team 7 guarding some actors and actresses. Anyway, the Mitsuki bit, like I said, that was positive. It was nice to see them kind of act like a family, because part of me, I know they're a family, but part of me still, like, doesn't feel that connection between the two of them, so that was nice to see. The other positive was when the gas mask people actually attacked. There was a very, very short fight, and honestly, I don't even think the fight was probably that good. I just feel as though, because everything else in the episode wasn't that great, this gas mask attack gang thing automatically put it pretty high up on the episode, and it wasn't even that great of a fight. It was okay at best, but like I said, the rest of the episode was just a bit so that automatically got pushed up. The other positive I've got is we saw Boruto's curse. Okay then. So the other positive is we saw Boruto's curse mark seal, his karma seal, and it was literally for like a couple of seconds, if that. We just used him to see, like, I think it was like Gale Palm, something like that, and you do see it on there, which is, it's nice to see, because I keep on saying us manga readers, and I think even the anime onlys probably at this point, because I think we all know what it is. I'm not going to spoil it, like I said, for you anime onlys, but we all love this seal. So seeing it again, I mean, has no one picked up on it? Has literally no one picked up on this other than Sasuke? Like, seriously, it's hardly hidden. It's on his palm. There's no one thought about going to Boruto and thinking, hey, did you get a tattoo or something? You got a bit of dirt in? What's this? No one thought, no, nobody at all think, okay then. What else did I think was a positive from the episode? What else did I enjoy? Honestly, I don't know. Maybe the fact that it ended. Honestly, I know. I'm really over-exaggerating how much I hated this episode, because honestly, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It was just kind of lame. Just kind of bad. Just not that bad. Just a little bad. Is that okay? But yeah, luckily this arc is only 3 episodes long, so that's 1 episode of the way. Only 2 episodes left. That makes it sound good. When I translate that to, oh yeah, we've got 2 more weeks of ChoCho, it automatically then becomes hell on earth. But just by saying 2 episodes, it's kind of, we can do this. We can manage to get through this. And I'm not saying the rest of the arc is going to be bad, because I hold my expectations low still. But let's hope the climax of the arc isn't that bad. And now on to the negatives. Where do I begin? Now, obviously, something which I just find bad writing, essentially. I don't think there's any other way to explain it. Basically, there's no indication for a start of how long the gap between episode 66 and this one was. There's no indication of it whatsoever. This could be like the day after the Momoshiki attack, for all we care. Like, we have no idea. They did a really bad job of translating that in the episode. And it starts off with ChoCho being taught butterfly mode. Obviously she doesn't know about it, because Choji's standing in front of saying, this is a jutsu passed through the clan. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to show it you. Look at this. It's the butterfly mode. She's paying it 0 attention. She's not putting any effort into her training at all. She's not even training. So she clearly doesn't know butterfly mode at all. Oh, wait. The very next scene, she willingly activates it. And we also see her willingly deactivate it. I'm sorry. When did all this happen? Also during the episode, Shikadai actually states to Boruto or Inojin or someone saying, oh, she's using that jutsu again, meaning she's used it in the past. I'm sorry, but the episode started emphasizing the fact that she's not taking her training seriously for butterfly mode, only for her to then use it in the next scene or whatever, and Shikadai to say she's used it in the past. Like, I'm sorry. And this goes back to what I said at the start, saying how, like, they didn't explain what the time gap was between the tuning exams and this, because if she has used it before, where was it versus Shinki? If this is not too long after the tuning exams, if this is only like a few days to a week after the tuning exams in Momoshiki, why did she not use it versus Shinki? Because clearly she must know this jutsu. Shikadai said she's used it in the past. I never saw it. If that's the case, why was she training? I feel like they were trying to, again, imply that there was a gap between her Shoji showing her the butterfly mode to her then actually using it. Again, awfully done. There was no indication of that whatsoever, if that was the case. And also, it just, why did we not see her training? We didn't see it. It baffles me. I think that was very bad writing. It was all over the place. The other thing is I feel like ChoCho has gone backwards. Basically, her big moment versus Shinki, I loved it. I knew the outcome of the Shinki versus ChoCho fight, but I was fully on ChoCho's side, rooting for. I don't usually like do much when I'm watching anime, but I was sat down and I genuinely leant forward and went, "Come on, ChoCho, No word of a lie. I was fully supporting her, and I knew the outcome, but I was still rooting for her. And that's because she got some great character development. Obviously, throughout the entire story, she's been very conscious about her weight and her size and her appearance. And Choji, in the Shunin exam, was saying, oh no, she's going to use that jutsu, which we know is a human boulder, which made her huge. And we know that she doesn't like her image or being fat. And we found out from Choji in that episode that she hates using that jutsu, presumably for that reason. But she swallowed her pride. She didn't care. She used it, and lo and behold, she looked a badass, actually making Shinki move, which no one else in the Chunin exam up till that point actually managed to do. That was incredible. Fantastic character development. This episode, she's in a fight. Guess what? She didn't want to look fat. We've gone backwards. She got this fantastic character development versus Shinki where she didn't care what she looked like in her fight, to her letting the robber get away because she cared what she looked like in a fight. It's just, we've gone backwards. We really have gone backwards. And some people are saying that the theme of this arc is going to be loving yourself, like learning to love yourself. And that's not going to add much character development at all to ChoCho, because she loves herself enough. She praises herself so highly, so I don't see that. The only way I can see her getting any form of character development, even it wouldn't be much character development, if at the end of this arc she lands the finishing blow in a human boulder, big fat mode, whatever, and the actor, which she clearly adores, says, that was really cool, you looked beautiful, something like that. So she'd be like, oh yeah, fat's cool, fat, love the fat. But again, that would be character development, but at the same time it wouldn't, because we established this versus Shinki. So why do we need to establish it again? I just don't understand. It was bad writing in my opinion. It was all over the place. I don't like the actor and the actresses. The actor, I mean, we imagine he's at least 18. ChoCho is 12 and he's flirting with her. There was that scene as well where he like went up really close and was like whispering her in her ear, like, dude, that's a little bit weird. Can we like call someone? Like Sai, doesn't Sai deal with the police nowadays? Can we get him down here? Like Inajin, get your dad. Inajin, dad, now we've got, yeah, he's a bit of a weird one. And then the actress is just like, whew, she just, I don't think I need to explain the actress. I'm pretty sure we all know. Like, she called Sarah the glasses girl. Like, this girl is an Uchiha. She would slit your throat in seconds, my lady. Like, she's from one of the most bloodthirsty clans in the world. Like, if you look at her, like, the backstory of the Uchiha, like, you would not be calling her that. But, yeah, positives, Mitsuki, Gas Mask, Seal. All of them took up probably like 10% of the episode. The rest of it, it was a little bit annoying. And I understand a lot of you guys will like this episode. And honestly, it's not the worst episode in the series. I preferred it over episode 49. I think I preferred it over that whole like teddy bear episode, mainly because I hardly remember that episode. So I imagine it was quite bad. And I mean, it felt to me like we went backwards with ChoCho, in my opinion. That's the main gripe I've got with this episode. I don't want to rate it. If I had to, it'd be like a 5. 5-ish. At a push, maybe a 6. I honestly do not know. But next week looks worse. Like this dude's gonna go in for a kiss. Like, Inajin, have you got your dad yet? This man clearly needs a register. And then, yeah, like I said, luckily there's only 2 episodes left. After that, we're getting at least 1 Metal Lee episode, I believe. I imagine he's going to get his own little mini arc. I feel like they're just going to address ChoCho's fat problem that she has, which we already addressed a little bit, but whatever. And then we'll probably address Lee's nervousness, which I thought we already addressed a little bit. So we're going to get those out of the way, and that's that. Guys, thank you for watching the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. I want you guys to let me know what you thought about this in the comment section, because like I said, I've been seeing very mixed reactions about this episode. But guys, thanks so much for watching. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not already to become a member of the Senpai Squad. And I'll see you guys in another video. But until then, peace. Smoke